Miami Heat Nation. Hello, guys. My name is Trent, and over here on this channel, we are going to be talking about the Miami Heat. So, if you're a Miami Heat fan and want to stay updated to all the Miami Heat news, this is a perfect channel for y'all. Make sure you drop that sub and turn on post notifications. Also, I do want to say that I do have a Miami Heat Discord server, so if you want to go join that, the link will be in the description. Now, in today's video, we are going to be talking about 5 players the Miami Heat should target during the buyout market. Now, once again, the NBA trade deadline was a huge disappointment for the Miami Heat as they made 0 moves. The only trade that they made was Dwayne Dedmon to the San Antonio Spurs, and all we got back in return was a free roster spot, which helps in the buyout market, and some cash and free some tax, salary, and stuff like that. But I expect us to make a move, and we hardly did that. I do like to say the Miami Heat are currently 6th in the Eastern Conference with a record of 32-25, but I feel like this team still drastically needs a lot of moves. We need shooting, and we need another big alongside Bam. But to start it off, number 1, Russell Westbrook. Now, Russell Westbrook's situation is a little bit weird because there's a lot of reports that he's going to be getting bought out, but then there's another report coming out that he may stay with the Utah Jazz. I'm most likely going to go with the fact that I think he wants to get bought out and join a contender because we all know Utah is going nowhere. They might not even be in the playoffs, and I'm not sure why Russ would want to stay over there, especially with all the incidents that happened during the years when he was on OKC. Now, I know a lot of Miami Heat fans are not big fans of Russell Westbrook, but to be honest with you guys, adding Russ to replace Kyle Lowry automatically improves your team because at this point, Kyle Lowry is not helping you win games. He's helping you lose games. And then also he's dealing with an injury, and we just don't know when he's coming back. That knee injury is going to be lingering through the postseason, through the rest of the season, and just a big L. Now, Russell Westbrook, on the other hand, he can still play basketball, he can still hoop, and he can still help this team win games and provide a lot of other stuff. With the Los Angeles Lakers, he's averaging about 16 points a game, 41% from the field, 41.7 to be exact, 29.6% from the three-point line, 6.2 rebounds, 7.5 assists, averaging about a steal a game and 3.5 turnovers. Now, I could say this, Russell Westbrook as a starter played really, really bad basketball with the Lakers because it just wasn't a great fit. Now, when he came off the bench, the dude was almost averaging a triple-double in like 25, 30 minutes a game, which is absolutely incredible. Now, we all know Russ has his downfalls. We all know he could turn over the ball in some worse and terrible times, but we all know Russ can help you win games, not with just scoring, but on the defensive end, on the playmaking. He helps his teammates get open looks, make it easier for them on the offensive end, especially for players that can't create his own shot. He's going to always look for you to get easy buckets in the lanes or maybe an open three, anything like that. Russ is going to make you better. So obviously you're going to have your ups and downs, pros and cons. But at the end of the day, when we're in the buyout market, you can't really be picky because you didn't make no moves at the trade deadline. So I would love a Russell Westbrook. The real question is he going to be a starter? Is he going to come off the bench? And I'm pretty sure Spo can help Russ with all that. I think he needs an elite coach, and I think it'll be perfect. Number 2, Will Barton. Now, Will Barton, honestly, is one of the top wings in the buyout market, personally, in my opinion. He's supposed to get bought out by the Washington Wizards. And this year, he's only getting about 19 minutes per game for this team. So he's not getting much minutes. But with the Denver Nuggets, we're going to talk about that after. He plays some really exceptional basketball. But this year, he's averaged about 7.7 points a game, 38.7% from the field, which is absolutely horrible. But at the three-point line, he's shooting about 38% from the three, which is pretty solid, close to 40%. 2.8 rebounds and 2.4 assists, while shooting about 77% from the free throw line. And I do like to say he is about 6'6". But when he was with the Denver Nuggets for several seasons, he was close to averaging about 15 points a game. And there was a season where he was averaging 15 points a game, shooting 37% from the three-point line, 45% from the field, and 6.3 rebounds. So Will Barton, obviously, going to be adding him to be that wing defender. He's a solid defender, personally, in my opinion. Obviously, he's not a lockdown defender, but he could still play it better than most people in the NBA, obviously. And he's also a knockdown shooter. I honestly think he can help us with our shooting. We lack that so much. If Tyler Herro and Max Strus are not hitting, which typically most nights they're not, we're just struggling to score. And we just have to work in the paint, rely on Bam, which is fine, but you're not going to win much games in the postseason if you can't shoot. So adding more shooting to the Miami Heat with Will Barton and another big body just coming off the bench and another veteran leader, has experience, has been deep in the postseason. I think it would just fare well for this team and has the ability to crash for rebounds. We lack on that too, especially with us just being so small. And honestly, if you really want to go small, technically, because that's all we really do, you could put him at the 3, Caleb at the 4, Bam at the 5. And especially if Jimmy's sitting for a little bit, Gabe at the 1, Max at the 2, you could run with a lineup like that. And I still feel like that lineup could be very productive. Will Barton can create his own shot. And I think that would be pretty good for the Miami Heat. Number 3, Nerlens Noel. And this is where the big bodies come in. I do like to say Noel is most definitely going to get bought out. They just traded for James Wiseman. If that trade does go through, I'm hearing reports that there has been a field physical. So that's going to be something to watch out for. But either way, even if the trade doesn't go through, Nerlens Noel is getting hardly any playing time for this Pistons team. Only earns about 2.3 points a game, 40% for the field, and 2.6 rebounds. And I also do want to say this. The season before that, when he was on the New York Knicks, his stats weren't great at all. 3.4 points, 53% from the field, and 5.6 rebounds, and 1.2 block. But to be honest with you guys, I don't really pay attention to the stats as a backup big because all he really needs to do is let Bam rest, protect the rim, give us defense and offensive rebounds, and occasionally be that lob threat. And if he can do that, I'm perfectly fine if he gets 10 to 15 minutes, maybe 15 to 19 minutes, at least that we have another big body. So if Bam Adebayo gets in foul trouble, we're not going super small, cannot protect the rim. Nerlens Noel could be there just to hold off those minutes, a placeholder for Bam Adebayo. Let me know in the comment section what y'all think about that. And then lastly, I got Kelly Olynyk. Now, I know a lot of Miami Heat fans want Kelly Olynyk. Personally, I do. He played in Miami for 4 years. This year, I believe he's on the Utah Jazz. Averaged about close to 12 points a game, 48% from the field, 39% from the three-point line, 5 rebounds, 3.3 assists, and a steal a game. And also is another big body. Is about 6'11", is a stretch 4, stretch 5, whatever you want to call him. The only question is, I don't really see the Utah Jazz buying him out, but also I do, because if this team is going to the direction that I expect them to do, there's really no point of keeping Kelly. And I also think Kelly Olynyk probably has interest of joining Miami, especially when you spend your career here for 4 years. Why wouldn't you want to join this? And I feel like he would fit perfect, because then you could put Bam at the 5, you could put Kelly at the floor. You already have some shooting. You have a big man in the paint to protect it. And then obviously you're going to put Tyler Herro and Jimmy Butler and Gabe Vincent in that lineup. And I think that lineup would be cool and fun to watch and be very good on the offense end and solid on the defense end. So let us know in the comment section what you think about these 5 buyout market candidates. I love you guys so much. Once again, join the Discord if you haven't. And I'm out of here. Peace.